Today we are answering one of the #1 questions I get asked all the time, which is, how do I become a LEGO ambassador? Hello everyone, welcome to the channel where we do all sorts of fun LEGO stuff. I'm TJ Bricky, and I have loved being a LEGO ambassador for the past year and a half. It has been such a fun experience. And when people find out that I'm a LEGO ambassador, one of the first things they ask is, how can I become a LEGO ambassador too? And I'm not about gatekeeping, so today we are going to answer that question in detail. I made a video answering this question about a year ago when I was very new to the program still, but today we're going to do a much deeper dive, and I'm going to give you very, very specific instructions on how to apply to become a LEGO ambassador, including like walking you through literally step by step through the website. I'm going to hold your hand the entire way. Now, before we dive in too far today, I just want to tell you that everything I'm sharing with you is my opinion as a recognized LEGO fan media ambassador, but I am not an employee of the LEGO group. I am not officially connected with the LEGO group. This is just what I have experienced and noticed and observed during my time as a LEGO ambassador that might be helpful for you if you're starting the application process. This is in no way a reflection of the official rules or policies of the LEGO Ambassador Network or the LEGO Group. Okay, so first, what is a LEGO ambassador? Well, as the name implies, an ambassador acts as a go-between between the LEGO Group and the fan community. Now, these fan communities can look like a lot of different things. They could be like an actual organization, what's called a LEGO user group. These are like organized local LEGO fan clubs. And these happen like all over the place. They're geographically specific, so if you want to find your local LEGO users group, I will tell you how we can do that later in this video. There's also online communities that you can join. So these might be forums or blogs or memberships that you can join. And then there's communities like you guys. Everyone here who's watching this video is a part of my LEGO community. So an ambassador like myself can connect the fan communities with the LEGO group. And this works both ways in communicating back and forth. So the LEGO group might give me some information and say, hey, we want all of our fans to know about this, so I can help share that information with you guys. Then you guys might say, hey, we really like this set. We don't like this set. We think this is overpriced. We think this one is awesome. We wish LEGO would do more of this theme. And I can take that information and I can report it directly to employees at the LEGO group. Because there are different kinds of fan communities that the LEGO group wants to communicate with, there are different kinds of LEGO ambassadors. So there are 3 main kinds of ambassadors. There's what's called an RLUG, an RLOC, and an RLFM. RLUG stands for Recognized LEGO User Group. These are your local LEGO fan club kind of things. And each local LEGO user group will have an ambassador. And that person can go between the LEGO group and their specific community. Same for a Recognized LEGO online community. These are like the local user groups, except they're maybe for places where they can't meet locally. Maybe they're too far spread apart, or it's just not a dense enough population. So these are similar to the RLUGs, except they're mostly based online. And they will also have an ambassador. And then there's what's called a Recognized LEGO fan media. And that is what this page is. Most of the ambassadors that you see online doing reviews of sets or making videos are Recognized LEGO fan media. These might be a YouTube channel, an Instagram, a TikTok, a blog, a website, mostly online presences where you put out content that LEGO fans like yourself can interact with. So I am a LEGO ambassador for the Recognized LEGO fan media of TJ Bricky. Anyone watching this video is part of the TJ Bricky community, and so you are part of why I'm a LEGO ambassador. So already I hope you're starting to see that the LEGO ambassador world is a lot more complicated than just, hey, I love LEGO, LEGO please pick me to get free stuff. It's about building bridges between the LEGO group and the fan community. And as an ambassador, we have a lot of responsibilities. We are expected to engage frequently and regularly with the LEGO Ambassador Network, or LAN. This is like the hub for the ambassadors. And we do this through the website lan.lego.com. This is where important information gets disseminated. We have conversations about ongoing subjects, and we can report back to LEGO about the things that we're learning from our communities. Different types of communities will have different activities that LEGO wants them to report on. For example, if you're a member of a LEGO user group, you guys might have in-person activities that you do. You might have building sessions, you might have special in-store LEGO fan days, and the LEGO group expects that ambassador to report back on that, to tell them how many people attended, how did it go, what was the vibe, that sort of thing. As a recognized LEGO fan media, they expect me to report on activities that I do online with you guys. So this is, how are my videos doing? What's my engagement like? If I do live streams, they want to know about that kind of stuff to hear what people are engaging with and how interested people are in various aspects of the LEGO product lineup. Of course, being a LEGO ambassador also comes with certain confidentiality expectations. We're privy to some inside information, and so of course we have to sign NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, that we're not going to spread that information or spoil it or leak it. So being an ambassador, while it's not a job and we're not employees of the LEGO group, does come with a lot of responsibilities. But with all the responsibilities that come with being a LEGO ambassador, there are a lot of perks, and yeah, to be honest, getting free stuff is definitely one of them. As a recognized LEGO fan media, LEGO will sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes send me sets before they're released to the public so that I can do reviews on them and share them with you guys and give my honest feedback. And if you've been watching my recent videos, you know that I'm making sure to let people know we're not obligated to give positive feedback or positive reviews. There is no requirement of LEGO ambassadors to only say good things about the LEGO Group or LEGO products. In fact, the LEGO Group actually really wants honest feedback, even if it's a criticism or a critique, because that's way more valuable to them to be able to improve their product and their offerings rather than just a bunch of people who just always say they always love everything LEGO does all the time. Other perks can be like if you're in a LEGO user group, you get access to special bricks or parts at special discounted prices. As LEGO ambassadors, we sometimes get access to early information. We might know about a set before it comes out. The LEGO Group will sometimes provide us with descriptions or maybe even pictures of the sets so that we can prepare content in advance so that as soon as a set is officially announced, we're ready to go to publish content so that you guys can be made aware. Another really cool perk is we sometimes get inside looks at what's happening at the LEGO Group. This can happen with events like Fan Media Days, where ambassadors are invited to Denmark to take a look around at the LEGO campus, see a bunch of reveals of brand new sets, and get to do a lot of really cool things in Denmark. And LEGO, I'm sorry I couldn't go last year. I really want to go this year. We're also sometimes invited to what's called roundtables, where if we were given a set to do a review of, they might invite us to get on a Skype call with the designers of the sets to ask our questions. For example, I got to go on a roundtable and ask questions of the designer of the Nightmare Before Christmas sets to find out questions you guys wanted to know, like why was there no Oogie Boogie minifigure? So if you're okay with the responsibilities and you want some of those perks of being a LEGO ambassador, obviously now you're asking, okay, TJ, we get it. How do you actually apply to be a LEGO ambassador? Well, the good news is that the applications are open for anyone. You don't have to be invited to apply or anything. Anyone can apply to be a LEGO ambassador. Of course, that doesn't mean anyone gets accepted, but anyone can apply. But the application process can be a little bit tricky. So right now we are going to walk through step by step. I'm going to go through on my computer with you so you can see the exact process of how you can apply to be a LEGO ambassador and what the requirements are. Okay, so first things first, open up a web browser and you're gonna go to lan.lego.com. Now, like I said, this website is the central hub of the LEGO Ambassador Network. This is where most of the information between the LEGO Group and the LEGO Ambassadors gets disseminated. But to apply, you're gonna make a free general access account. So you're just gonna go ahead and you're gonna click on sign up in the top right corner. If you already have a LEGO account from lego.com, that's what you use to log into the LAN website. If you don't, just make a free account with LEGO, put in your email, verify, do the general stuff. Once you've created your account on the LAN, you'll agree to the terms of use and you will complete your profile. Once your profile is complete, you'll be taken to the main landing page of the LEGO Ambassador Network. And look, it says right there on the front page, welcome to LEGO Ambassador Network. Now, a little bit earlier, I mentioned to you that if you want to find your local LEGO user group, find your local fan club of other LEGO enthusiasts near you, this is where you can do it. Right there on the front, it says find LEGO groups and events near me. You can click on that, the map will go to your location and it'll show you the LEGO user groups and the LEGO events that are happening near you. But the main reason we're here today is to apply to become a LEGO ambassador. So let's walk through it. So you're gonna go up to the top of the screen in the middle where it says community, click on that. This is where you're gonna find all of the information. Now, because this is just a general free account and you're not actually a LEGO ambassador yet, there's not a ton of content on the website for you. What you'll have access to and what you'll see are the general public information threads. This is the visitor zone where anyone with a public access account can find the information that they're looking for. So right here under forums, you'll see the LEGO Ambassador Network. You're gonna go ahead and click into that. Now, as you can see under the LEGO Ambassador Network section, there are all sorts of topics that you can look under. I recommend if you're interested in the LEGO Ambassador Network, go through each of these pages and actually read through them. These are the real official policies, guidelines, and rules of the LEGO Ambassador Network as put forward by the LEGO Group. Remember, what I'm telling you today is just in my experience and what I've seen, not official. So if you want official, this is where you go. You can look at welcome to the LAN, start here. I highly recommend you start there. It goes through so many of the frequently asked questions that people have. It gives the basic guidelines of what the LAN is, what is recognition, how do I become an ambassador, what is a community ambassador, and of course, the question that they probably get asked the most, can you send me free LEGO sets so I can review them? You'll find so many answers to your questions right here. Like I said, I recommend reading through all of these different sections because it's just very helpful information for you. But now the reason that you're really here, applying for recognition. Again, on here, they really encourage you to carefully read through the LEGO Ambassador Network rules and guidelines. They give you some more information on the application process. And then right there, it says the application can be found in our forms section with a little hyperlink. Now, I'll be honest, sometimes the LAN is a little bit hard to navigate. Sometimes I'm thinking, this wasn't organized in the most efficient way. So if you're looking for the application, this is where you go. You go to applying for recognition and you click on the application can be found in our forms section. Click on forms section. When you do, it will take you to the form library. You'll see that right up in the middle. You'll see two possibilities here. Lego Fan Media Recognition Application, and Lego User Group and Online Community Recognition Application. Now remember, these are the different types of ambassadors that we talked about earlier. If you are a Lego User Group or an online community, you probably know that that's what you are, and so that's where you're going to click to apply to be recognized and become an ambassador for your user group. If that's not you, if you don't know that you're a user group or an online community, then you're probably not. If you're someone with a YouTube page, a blog, a website, an Instagram account, whatever, those are Lego Fan Media. And so you will click on Lego Fan Media Recognition Application. So the majority of people who've been asking me, that's probably where you're gonna go. So we're gonna go click on Lego Fan Media Recognition Application. This is the actual application. This is where the work really starts. You can see there are 3 steps, and there's actually a pretty good amount of information that you have to fill out. And it can be a little bit of a long process to get your application filled out. So you can always save it and leave the website and come back to it later, and it will save your progress and you can keep working on it. So you'll fill out all of these sections. Obviously the ones that say required are required, so fill them out. Your reference is just for you. If you want to save it and go back to it later, that's the title that it'll show up under, so you can put ambassador application or whatever you want. The name of the community applying for recognition. This is the name of your community. So if your blog or YouTube channel or Instagram account has a specific name, like for me it's TJ Bricky, that's what you would put in here. Now, I'll give you a tip. When I first applied, my username was TJ's Lego, and that is not allowed. You can't have the trademarked Lego name or logo in your channel. So if you want to apply, take the word Lego out of your community name. I had to do that, and I wouldn't have been accepted if I hadn't. Okay, enter your name as the primary contact person. So this is basically saying the community is TJ Bricky. That's all of you guys. You guys are the community. But me, I am the ambassador for the TJ Bricky community. I am the primary contact person. Are you at least 18 years old? To be the ambassador, you have to be 18 years old. Now, if you're under 18, you can still have a community, but you'll have to have a parent or guardian or someone over 18 technically be the ambassador for you, even if you're the one getting the perks. Enter a preferred contact email. Obviously, they need to get a hold of you. Summarize your role in this community. So like for me, that would be I make the videos, I edit the videos, I post the videos, I monitor the accounts, I engage with the comments, I do live streams, like I'm doing everything. If you're a community of multiple people, like let's say you're a website or a blog where there's like someone who's the owner and then you have a lot of blog or website article writers underneath you who are your employees, you would need to lay out what the structure of your community is. For most people like myself who are an online presence, it's probably just gonna be it's just me. I'm the only one. That's the organization. It's an organization of one. If there are secondary contact people, if you've got someone else in the organization with you, you put in their information here. Okay, we continue to step 2. Please select when the community was established or founded. Your community must be at least 1 year old to apply for recognition. So, like I said before, anyone can apply, but there are a few requirements for application, and this is one of them. When I first started filling out my application, my channel was not 1 year old yet, so I had to pause and wait until I hit the 1 year mark. This is to make sure that it's not just some random person coming up who's only been doing it for 2 weeks, becomes an ambassador, and then bails on it. They want to make sure that you're someone who has longevity, who's going to be committed to this. So you put in the date your community was established or founded. An easy way to do this if you're an online community is you can just go back and see when your very first post or video or blog or article was. Is the community activities, and associated channels clearly targeted towards AFOLs? AFOLs stands for Adult Fans of Lego, AFOL. That's what the majority of the Lego Ambassador networks are about, are geared towards adult fans of Lego, not for kids. Please list the community's specific Lego interest areas or focus. Note that the Lego group prioritizes applications from communities with interest areas/focus, which is not already represented by an existing recognized community. Now, this does not mean that just because you're a super Star Wars Lego fan, and there are a lot of other Star Wars Lego fans who are already ambassadors, that you won't get picked. They just want to hear about you. They want to hear about your unique insights, interests, etc. So if you're someone who loves building sets and doing reviews and live streams like I do, awesome, put that. If you're someone who's more into building custom mocks and things, awesome, put that. If there's a specific line of Lego that you collect every single thing of that line, write about it. They just want to hear about you. Please describe the composition of the community and how followers/members demonstrate their connection to it. So if you were a local group, for example, this would be because they show up and they engage in the activities and they come to our events. If you're an online group, this is probably going to be something like They come to the live streams, they comment, they watch my videos, they send me messages, etc. Please list the total number of followers, readers, visitors, monthly views per channel. Okay, so the first thing to know about this is there is not a minimum number of followers you have to have. The Lego group doesn't say like, you must have at least 50,000 followers in order to be an ambassador. There are some ambassadors with millions of followers and subscribers, and there are some with just like a couple thousand. So don't feel like if you don't have enough followers that it's no point applying. Now, I will say that in general, it seems to be the case that the more followers you have, the more likely you are to be accepted, but it's not a guaranteed thing. I know people with more followers than me who got rejected on their application, and people with less followers than me who got accepted before I did. So it's not a guaranteed thing, but in general, yeah, the Lego Ambassador Network is a lot about public relations, communications, and marketing. So the bigger your community is, the more likely you're gonna be recognized. What is the community's primary language? This is important because, again, the Lego group is trying to communicate with all of their fans all around the world. So if you speak a language like other than English, or if you speak a language that isn't already heavily recognized with a lot of ambassadors, that's gonna help you out. Because if they need an ambassador who speaks Swahili, and there's no one who speaks Swahili, and you're the first one, that's gonna look good for you. But it's not just that you speak it, it's gotta be your channel's primary language. Being a community ambassador requires an ongoing commitment to engage and collaborate with other ambassadors and the Lego group. Has one or more English-speaking community members confirmed the ability to fulfill this role? So even though the Lego group does want to encourage diversity and wants people to be able to recognize all different languages and cultures, the LAN network is run in English. So you do need to have someone in your group who speaks English well enough to be able to engage with the LAN. And again, this is what we talked about before. One of the responsibilities is you have to continue engaging and collaborating with the other ambassadors. Does the conduct/perception of the applying community match the Lego group's brand values? Okay, this one is really important. This is one of the other few requirements that I've seen that actually does matter and is like a legit, for sure, rule for being a Lego ambassador. You have to be family friendly in the same way the Lego group is. For example, I won't name any names, but there are some Lego fan accounts on Instagram or social media or other places where they're kind of more adult, mature themed. They're maybe a little bit more scandalocious. And so the Lego group is probably not going to accept them to be an ambassador because that would reflect poorly on the Lego group's values as a company. So you need to make sure that your channel is family friendly and matches the Lego group brand values. And you can read about what those brand values are back on that main page where we saw all of those frequently asked questions. Does the community use the Lego logo in its advertising or as part of its own logo? Again, this is what I said before. You can't have the Lego name in your community name, and you can't use the Lego logo like in your profile picture or on your banner. So get rid of those. The correct answer to that question is no, I do not. So get rid of them if you do. Has the community been previously recognized? Probably not. If you're watching this video, you probably haven't been previously recognized. Please enter the country and region where the community is based. Again, the Lego group is using this to communicate with fans all over the world. So if you come from an underrepresented community or region, that's gonna help you out. Please provide URLs to the channels used by the community. So put your Instagram, your TikTok, your blog, your website, whatever, copy and paste right there. Describe how the applying community is uniquely different from existing recognized communities. Again, the Lego group wants diversity in their ambassadors. They don't want you to just be the exact same thing as all of the other ambassadors are already doing. So talk about what makes you different. Talk about what makes you unique, what you really love, what you really don't love maybe. What unique perspective and what unique addition can you bring to the Lego Ambassador Network? Why would the Lego Ambassador Network be benefited by including you? During the past 12 months, has the community published new content at least once per week? Now, as far as I'm aware, I don't know if this is an actual rule, but they just want to make sure that you're like actively posting, that you're not just posting something like once a month. They want you to be actually engaged in the community that you're representing. Does the community's channels only feature Lego branded products? Now, I will say here, this is not a requirement because when I applied, I said no to this because at that point, I had done a couple of other brick companies. They do want your channel to be mostly Lego focused, but like I've done a bunch of other alternate brick companies to compare them to Lego to see what I thought of the build quality, what I thought of the prices, what I thought of their set designs. So you can do some other stuff, but this question is asking like, if you're only posting Lego stuff like less than half of the time, you're probably not going to get selected because they do want channels that are mostly Lego themed. For example, I know an influencer on Instagram who does Lego videos from time to time, and whenever she does, they blow up. But Lego is not by any stretch her main thing. Lego is maybe only like 25% of her videos, and so she probably wouldn't be a Lego ambassador even though her Lego videos get millions of views. If you answered no to the question above, please provide an estimate as a percentage of how much content on the community's channels does not relate to Lego branded products and list just the non-Lego brands. So again, they're okay if you're posting other stuff. They just want to know about how much are you posting it, what are the other brands, and you can even put in here why you're doing it. Please provide a description of the community's leadership and editorial team structure and how it is governed. This is kind of similar to the question before of the organizational structure. If you're someone like me, the answer is just me. I write, record, edit, all of the things. I do all of it. But if you have a more complicated structure, you can explain that there. Please provide descriptions and links to some of the community's most recent activities, both virtual and physical. So they want to see what you've actually been up to lately. So share links to some of your favorite videos, or maybe some of your most successful videos. They just want to see what your channel has actually been doing lately. Okay, the final stage, step 3. This is really the time to shine all about you. The previous questions were a lot of like analytical stuff. How many followers do you have? What's your organizational structure? Share some links. Now this is more of the descriptive time. This is really the time for them to get to know you and for you to sell yourself. For you to say, this is why I would make an awesome Lego ambassador. So please describe in detail what has motivated this application to become a recognized community. Free stuff, right? No. Delete that. Do not put free stuff as your reason for motivating this application. Tell them in depth why you want to be an ambassador. What is it about being a Lego ambassador that excites you or makes you super passionate? If this application is successful, please describe what the community expects to gain from becoming a recognized community. Again, if you answer free stuff, you're not going to be accepted. What do you expect to gain? This might be a closer relationship with the Lego community. This might be insights into what is coming up next in the Lego group. This might be just friendships and connections, whatever it is that you're really hoping to get out of being a Lego ambassador. And the last question, if this application is successful, please summarize what this community believes it can contribute to the Lego Ambassador Network. Why should the Lego Ambassador Network have you in it? What unique thing can you bring and can you contribute that no one else could? Why would the Lego Ambassador Network benefit from having you join their ranks? When all of that is done, you click submit form. I'm not going to do that because this is a fake application. That is nonsense. But that's it. That is how you submit your form to become a Lego ambassador. And those are some of the tips and suggestions that I think will help your application stand out and help you get a higher chance of being accepted. After your application is submitted comes the annoying part, which is the waiting game. Representatives from the Lego Ambassador Network will review applications twice per year. Usually it's about a 1, maybe 2 month wait after the applications are due before you can expect to hear back of whether you are accepted or not. If you weren't accepted this time, that's okay. You can keep trying. You can keep applying to be an ambassador as many times as you want. And actually a lot of ambassadors takes several tries for them to get it right. And this could be for any number of reasons. So don't get discouraged if you don't get accepted right away. Keep building up your page, keep making awesome Lego content, engaging with your followers and your fans, and keep growing. And who knows, maybe next time there will be an opening in the LAN and you'll be the one who gets accepted. So there you go. I hope this very detailed and thorough walkthrough answers all of your questions about the LAN, what it is, why it matters, how to apply. If not, please drop a comment if there's anything that I missed that I didn't answer and you want more information on. I'd be happy to answer your questions in the comments as best as I can. With that, I wish you the absolute best of luck on your application. I hope to see you in the LAN with me someday. And as always, happy building.